Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Monday, January 7th, 2013. That oil drilling ship that's worth about $300 million, owned by Royal Dutch Shell, that had run aground on a small island in Alaska, was refloated last night. It is now under tow, according to Shell. The name of the ship is the Kulluk, K-U-L-L-U-K. It's being towed at about 5 miles per hour to a sheltered port on Kodiak Island. Officials will not estimate how long it will take to get there because there are still very uncertain weather conditions. There are 15-foot ocean swells and about a 20-mile-per-hour wind. The last time the floating drilling platform pulled its tugs about 2 miles until it finally broke free of its cables. No oil has been discharged. Here's interesting news. The Japanese Keiretsu, the big company Itochu, has invested in the Lloyd's managing agency Antares, specifically Antares Syndicate 1274, for the 2013 underwriting year. This really is squarely in the footprint of the Lloyd's business plan, their Vision 2025 policy, which calls for greater internationalization of Lloyd's capital base and business. Antares CEO Stephen Redmond declared himself delighted, saying that his syndicate hopes to see increased underwriting business flow from the Itochu-related businesses. Itochu has a finger in just about every pie in Japan as well as in East Asia. There are serious bushfires running through Tasmania in the southern part of Australia in recent days. It's destroyed about 100 homes and knocked out power to about 3 times that amount. There are disaster areas declared in about 7 towns. The Australian Prime Minister Julia Gillard is visiting the area today. And in New South Wales and Canberra, temperatures today are expected to exceed 104 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a very dry condition there, and more wildfires are expected. Yesterday in Damascus, Syria, President Assad gave a speech in which he had been touted to be offering an olive branch to the rebel groups. No such luck. It was a rare Sunday address held at the Opera House in downtown Damascus, populated with Assad loyalists. About an hour before he went on the stage, the internet was cut throughout all of Syria in an apparent security precaution. Mr. Assad yielded no ground and said that in fact he's fighting the good fight against al-qaeda terrorists who are in fact trying to overthrow him. The United States State Department said that the speech was yet another evidence of him being detached from reality. Violence has flared in Belfast, Northern Ireland, for the 4th night last night. The Northern Irish chief police officer said that about 52 police have now been injured in the previous 3 nights of rioting, and warned that they would deal very firmly with any protesters. In the Castlereagh Street area of the town, as well as in Mount Pottinger area, violence broke out last night. This apparently is a result of a decision by the Belfast City Council to stop flying the British flag over the City Hall. This is enraged loyalists. The Bank of America has agreed to settle certain claims with Fannie Mae, the Federal National Mortgage Association, surrounding all of the mortgage loans originated by Countrywide, which Bank of America purchased. Bank of America said it will pay Fannie Mae $3.6 billion. It will also pay Fannie Mae about $6.75 billion to buy back certain residential mortgage loans that Countrywide had sold to Fannie Mae. The bank expected to cover settlement costs from existing reserves plus an additional $2.5 billion pre-tax charge they're going to take in the 4th quarter of 2012. On Saturday, there was a big earthquake up in Alaska, not far from the capital of Juneau. It was originally reported as a 7.7, but it came in at 7.5. A tsunami alert was issued. It turns out that, fortunately, that was unnecessary. No damage was reported. Now, the release on Friday from Munich Re about the natural disasters globally, we dug a little more. And the United States accounted for a higher proportion of the world's natural catastrophe losses than usual last year. Usually, the United States accounts for about 57% of insured losses. This time, the U.S. came in at 90% of insured losses. The highest insured loss event for 2012 was, of course, Hurricane Sandy, which caused insured losses of about $25 billion. The second highest was the U.S. drought. That came in at about $20 billion. According to Munich Re, the heavy losses caused by weather-related natural cats in the U.S. show that greater loss prevention efforts are needed. They specifically focused on New York City better protecting itself from the effects of storm surges. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.